Right, hey guys. All right, stream should be starting. Let's see. I know my camera's not on at the moment. Let me just make sure everything is looking good. Here we go. Pop. There we go. Boom. Okay. Let's make sure audio is. Okay, that's going good. Okay. Perfect. All right. What's up, Thermos Muto? Righty. It's just me right now, but Nico and Sean will be in soon, to help us with this. Gabe Del Toro is in the house. Yo, what is up? Yeah, audio's coming clear, I believe, so just let me know if anything else is not. Then we can get that going. Let's see here. Goji Rex 28. Wee! What's up, dude? Bobby Reynolds is in the house. Hey, everybody. We got Skylar Kinguri. Kinjuri. Hope I said that right. All right. It's getting a full house already. I love it. Love to see it. Okay. So yeah, like I said, Nico and Sean will be in soon. They're just running a little bit behind, but they'll be here very soon. So, righty. So I think everything is good on that end. So I'll just probably keep this here, and we should be set. Okay, guys. So yeah, I'll just start with a little bit of introductions on how things will be. The Gorgiro fan 2020 is here. Hello. Thermos Muto. Fun fact: Biolante's design was made by a dentist. There's some trivia for you. Hey, Neos Gamer is here. All right, Neos Gamer, the guy who's been creating the Kenshin Chaos Breakdown series. By the way, can't wait for the next episode. I'm anticipating it very much, so I'm excited about that. All right, so all right, Akno Goji is here. What is up? All right. Okay. So Akno, yes, you are way far off with your prediction. It is not what you're saying it is. There's no way, unless you are literally hijacking Nico and me when we're doing meetings and stuff. There is no way you know exactly what's going on. So you can try and speculate, but you're not going to get it. All right, Godzilla Reader, hello. What's up, man? Thermos Muto, want to hear another fact? Sure, we'll hear another fact. Give us another piece of trivia. Yes, okay, so today's community meeting, it has been a few months. The last community meeting was in January. And the reason that there hasn't been a community meeting since January is just because there really wasn't much to go over in the last few months. Kenshin Chaos was, just going as planned, and that there really wasn't anything to really like update you guys with. And also we were just very busy with Kenshin Chaos, and so that was just taking up a lot of the time, and a lot of behind the scenes stuff was going on too, and some of that we will obviously divulge in this meeting as well, just to give you guys an idea of what the future of this studio is going to look like, because now that Kenshin Chaos is done, it's time to move on to the next era, I guess, of Kenshin Studios, to move on to the next things. So, all right, Angerus was Godzilla's first opponent. Yeah. Goji Rex 28. Kujiro beats up Ronald McDonald. That's my prediction. Yeah. So, anyways, yeah. So that's what this one will be about. Is just talking about sort of the aftermath of the Kenshin Chaos series. Talking to you guys about our future plans. And we have a teaser for you guys, actually. We're very excited about that. You probably have noticed that there is a blurred image right next to me, and we are going to uncover what that is at the end of the meeting. Or we'll talk. We'll maybe not the end of it, but we'll get to it. So, okay. So let's. All right, perfect. Let me get that back there. All right. So, Skylar, no offense, but I think Kudajira is overpowered. You're not the only one. A lot of people do. But that was the point of the series, was we wanted to show off Kudajira, and I've gone over it many, many times, and I don't need to explain myself anymore with Chaos. So that's just going to be, yeah. All right. Godzilla Reader, the series is done, but the breakdown is still going, and the next video may be controversial. Yeah, because I think Godzilla Reader has a bone to pick with us, apparently, with how the series went down. So, whatever. It's okay. All right. So I'm still waiting for Sean and Nico to pop in. Just to have everybody here. But I want to say, first off, just a massive thanks to everybody who has supported Chaos. I mean, we're at 9,000 views so far on the finale, which is fantastic. So I'm very pleased with how the ending was. I think that it was a success, and I think overall the series, as a whole, was, it had varying degrees of how some of the episodes went, just because of different animators coming in and out, and how things were being managed behind the scenes. But I think overall Chaos was a very strenuous project to finish, but I'm very proud of it, and I'm very proud of the team for it. So let's see, Gabe Del Toro, I just wanted to say something else regarding your latest kaiju discussion. One good thing about the MonsterVerse is they don't pump out movies on a yearly basis. Oh yeah, well that's a whole other yeah, that discussion video. Yeah. So yeah, but Chaos is done, thank God. I have been waiting for this day or for the time when Chaos was over. And then, after the final episode was released, we put out the behind the scenes of it, which I hope you guys enjoyed, and we put out the soundtrack. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed that. And then, just to top it all off, we released like the full feature with all the episodes in one video. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed that as well. And that's pretty much it for Chaos. There's literally nothing else in terms of season 1 that's going to be released. So we are all done. Like, we're literally done. And Kenshin Studios, in terms of projects, our slate is cleared. So we are preparing to begin some new stuff for you guys. So, which we're very excited to announce. And yeah, but I don't want to go too far, because I'm not sure how much Nico wants me to talk about it yet. So I can't go into it too much. But I guess, do you guys have, like, I can answer some questions right now of, like, if I can answer some questions about the future of the studio right now, until Nico and Sean get in. But just let me know, if there's any questions or things like that. What I can say, or at least what I think I'll be able to say, is that we have, I would say, two major projects lined up, or not really lined up, but that are in our minds of being produced. One of them is actually something that we have been actually, I guess, foreshadowing for a long time. If you've watched the previous community meetings, Nico and I have been working on, well, mainly Nico actually has been working on something very, very important, and I'm very excited. So I'm hoping that today we can divulge more into it, give you guys more details about what that project is. And then the other project is actually something that was unexpected, but something that really only came about probably a month ago, I'd say, maybe a month about ish. And I think you guys are really going to be excited about that one. So two major things. One of them is on a smaller scale in terms of like production value. The other one is going to be really, really cool. So yeah. Gabe Del Toro, I thought you and the team did a great job given all that happened during season 1. Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, again, it's a miracle that Chaos season 1 was able to be finished, because it took a lot to get it done. Like, it really did. So we're very, very, very happy that it got done. So the Gorgier fan, hey Gorgier fan, how was your day been? Was it a good day? Yes, it's been a good day. I mean, I've just been at work all day, and then now I'm here. Here's, give me a break, or give me a second. I'm gonna get some water. Okay. All right. Let's see. Hammond Gaming, what's up? Dark Cloverfield, hello. Um, yes, Thermos Muto, you can definitely ask a question, of course. Yeah. Um, Akano Koji, I will also be joining the Kenshin breakdown. I've been working on the script for the past week, yesterday and the day before. I legit didn't sleep because of working on the script. Well, get some sleep. Neos Gamer, let's see, still feels crazy knowing chaos has already ended. Feels like it hasn't been that long ago since things get back rolling. Yes, Hammond Gaming, also I'm gonna get to you real quick. No, you didn't miss anything super important. Literally, I'm just answering questions right now until Nico and Sean get in the stream. But yeah, Neos Gamer. I mean, yeah, I have felt that literally the series, when we got back after the Kickstarter was a success and we did episode 5 through 10, with Ultimo as the animator, I think like that process was so smooth. And yeah, it literally does feel like it was like yesterday that we started it, and yet we're already here. It's crazy. Um, Thermos Muto, why do random portals appear in the series? So the portals, for those of you who don't know, the portals that kept on showing up at the end of the battles, those were created by Bagan. And then he basically what he was doing is that he noticed Kutajira and his overwhelming power, and he basically was testing Kutajira, having him fight all these other monsters. And so then when it came time to him to actually meet up with Kutajira, he actually saw that he took out Godzilla and he wanted to go towards Godzilla, and Kutajira was like, "Hey, fight me!" And so that's what the portals were about. Was because of Bagan. So yeah. Um, what Reptile 7876? What's up, man? Godzilla Raider, do you think that that Chaos has surpassed Wrath of the Hybrid? You know, I I feel like Wrath of the Hybrid is still such a high bar for us in a way, and I feel like just because of the different animation styles that happened with Chaos, I feel like it's a little bit inconsistent compared to Wrath of the Hybrid. Like Wrath of the Hybrid is more of a consistent project. Like throughout the whole thing, it's done by the same people. With Chaos, it was more of a sporadic thing, and episodes took longer than to make, and blah blah blah. So I would say in terms of the challenges of getting Chaos done, overtook Wrath of the Hybrid, because Wrath of the Hybrid had challenges as well. But I feel like the fact that Chaos got finished, especially it was 10 episodes, and it was actually sort of a financial made project as well, because Wrath of the Hybrid was completely free. No one got paid for that. But the fact that Chaos was more of a actually needed financial backing, and we got the backing, and we were able to pay all the people. I think that does sort of surpass Wrath of the Hybrid. Yeah, and really just the ending alone, I feel was super intense. And so yeah, I guess really I would say that it surpassed it. Yeah. um all right, Goji Rex, if you ever wanted to get a Kutajira figure made, what company would you go to? Titanic Creations, maybe. Yeah, a Kutajira figure has always been on my mind, has always been something. Hey, Sean is in the house. Um, but yes, making a Kutajira figure has always been something that's been on my mind for the studio. It's just the amount of money that it takes to get that stuff rolling is a lot, and that's just something that we don't have right now. But I would love to. I mean, Titanic Creations, I know that they've been making a lot of cool things, but again, I don't know how much something like that would cost. So that's just something that we'd have to look into for that. Let's see. Bobby Reynolds, the roar that Bagan is using is cool sounding roar. Yeah, I think that was Ultimo, and Sean also had some things. And Vinny is in the house as well. Looks like we're gonna have a pretty full house. What's up, man?
How you doing?
Good. All right. I'm just answering questions from the audience right now. Let's see. Hammond Gaming. In my opinion, Wrath of the Hybrid was the peak. Not that anything was bad. They were great, but Wrath of the Hybrid was different. Was a different kind of experience seeing for the first time. Yeah. Again, that it really all does come down to the fact that Chaos was a very sporadic production. Wrath of the Hybrid was very like straightforward. It was like, okay, this is what we have, this is what we got, and it was it was what it was. So um but I still take a lot of pride in the fact that we got it done, and it's what it is. So but yeah, Wrath of the Hybrid still holds major place in my heart for sure. Okay, Thermos. In season 1, episode 2, why were Destroya and Kiryu teaming up? Sean. I think Sean might have an answer for that. I don't know if Sean's mic is on though. I don't know. He's here, but I don't know if he's actually here. um. Oh nope. Okay, he's gone. All right. So it's just you and me, Vinny.
Oh, okay.
All right. So yeah, I mean, I feel like when it came to episode 2, I feel like Kiryu and Destroya. I don't think they were actually teaming up. I think they were about to fight each other, but then Kudajira came in and kind of disrupted their battle. So I think that's what was really going on with that. So let's get this here. Let's see. What else do we have here? I feel like it'd be a free for all. Yeah, I mean, I think that's really what it was. And Destroy, I didn't really have a lot to do in episode 2. But again, that's more of a Sean question because Sean and Vinny were really a part of that. So, and Sean has returned. Gabe Del Toro, not really kaiju related, but do you ever plan on checking out the John Wick movies? Yeah, I've seen the first 3, so I still have yet to see the new one that came out. But they were good. I do enjoy them, so I do need to get to watching the fourth one. So, okay, I think again, I don't know where Nico is. He should be here anytime because I know that he's getting off work. He's probably getting home as quick as he can. But I want to start. So yeah, let's start talking about. Let's start talking about.
I'll just
Oh,
let me know if I'm having echo or something.
nope, you're good. I can hear you. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And yeah, Gabe Del Toro, the fourth episode is arguably the best one. Which, yeah, I know. Method Kaiju's animation that was like super movie quality there. So and again, I wish we could have had him for the rest of the series, but he just wasn't available, and that's just how it is, And it was a decision of, do we have episode 4 and then do we just not do the rest of the series, like, because Methlo wasn't available? Or the other thing is that Methlo, because right now he's working on his new fan film, and so the problem is that if we were, because I guess their agreement with that was when Methlo and I were talking about, can you come back to do episode 5 through 10, he said that he wouldn't be available, but like until after he was done with his fan film. He's still working on his fan film. So if we stuck with him, we would have had to wait. Like, could you guys imagine, like, episode 5 wouldn't even have come out even still to this day? Like, we would have still have to wait. Like, that's way too long. Like, I feel at that point, the interest of Chaos really would have gone down and there would have been no reason. So it was a decision of like, look, we got to just, like, let's find someone else to get this done. And that's when Ultimo popped up. And and again, we worked with Ultimo before, so we knew him, we could trust him, and it made it perfect. So yeah. All right, let's see. I can't really hear Sean or Vinny that much. Oh,
Well, I'm
well,
outside of work in my parking lot because I didn't think I'd be working this late.
no.
So
Yeah, and I mean,
I, I can still answer questions.
yeah, I mean, I can hear them, so I don't know if, I mean, I think you guys are coming out clear. I don't know. Maybe later we'll keep on talking. But okay, let's see. This is a good question here from Hammond Gaming. Will Sean be doing anything with you guys moving forward? His animation style has always been my personal favorite. Yeah. Well, that is something that we're going to announce soon in this stream. We'll be talking about that later. So yeah, definitely that question we'll get back to it. Let's see, Akno Goji. I might make a reaction to Kenshin Chaos Season 1 full feature and might add lyrics to the credits. All right, well, that's up to you, Akno, then. We'll see that. Okay, so let's talk about, so Chaos is done. It's all good. Awesome. It's in the past now. We can move on. So the state of the studio, I guess what I could say right now, is that we're in a we're back down to pretty much a $0 budget. Like there's really not a lot of stuff in the budget. We still get a little bit of the Patreon money, and we still get a little bit of the YouTube ad revenue, but it's not much. Again, I don't know if I can be super transparent with it, but normally with YouTube, when it comes to the ad revenue, is that it's every 1,000 views that have ads counts towards like $1. So I mean, even like when it comes to episode 10, the finale of Chaos, we have about like 9,000 views on it, so about $9 we've made on it so far. And again, that I don't know if that means the ads being clicked on or fully watched. Like if you hit if there's like a skip ad in 5 seconds, I don't know if that doesn't count. I'm not sure, so I don't really know how that all works. So in terms of financial backing with future projects, it's not a thing right now. So that's it's not a lot. So that's Goji Rex 28, World Apocalypse remake. No, that's not on the docket right now. That is something that is going to be That's got to be
the World Apocalypse remake.
Yeah, World Apocalypse remake. They're wondering if that's going to be like the new project. No, not that. Eddie Man is here. What's up, man? Yeah. So what Nico and I have had to do is we've had this project planned for a while now, because we had an idea planned even before the Kickstarter, because we were trying to figure out, okay, what are we going to do if the Kickstarter fails and we don't make the money? We had to figure out, like, are we done, right? Like, is the studio over because there's nothing else we can really do? Or like, how else can we do stuff? So Nico has put together this project that is, and again, I've said it in the past, it's not a super like surprise if you guys have been watching our last community meetings, but Nico has been working on an original story for our universe. So what's exciting about this is that everyone who's been asking for like official stats of Kudajira, or like where's his origin, like what really is this guy, like this is the actual first time that Nico and I are making canonical, like this is established lore of our character. So that's what is exciting about this project, is that it's our fully original story, Kudajira's origin, and it has again, I wish Nico was here because I don't know if he wants me to delve into that. I won't yet. I'll wait until he shows up. But it basically is just the first step into this larger universe that we want to create for our own characters, which also canon stuff, like actual canon, plot and things like that. And it also involves the brothers, which is a very exciting thing, because again, that was a new thing that was added at the end of Chaos. You guys saw the three brothers finally being animated, brought to life. Those guys were in production since 2019, or like even 2018, really. I think Danielle Faye, back in the day, she drew us a sketch. I think it's in the behind the scenes of the video of the Chaos series, but she had like this sketch that she drew real quick of the Red Brothers like face, his like skull armor, stuff like that. So I mean, they've been in the works for a long time. We just haven't had a place to show them off yet. So that's why the end of Chaos was like a perfect part. So there's that. Let's see, Godzilla Raider. So Wrath and Chaos Kudajira are headcanons. Well, no. Wrath of the Hybrid is a fan film. Is a Godzilla fan film. That's in its own thing, as part of our Kenshin fan made trilogy. Like World Apocalypse, Return to Space, Godzilla Wrath. That's its self-contained trilogy in its own thing as fan films. Kenshin Chaos is the same thing. It's a fan thing. So that's in its own little universe as well. So that's what that is. This project that Nico has been working on is our own thing. Like, it's not fan stuff. Godzilla's not in it. It doesn't have any other monster properties except for our own stuff. Like a long time ago, I think it was like 2019 or early 2020 or something like that. Like when I joined back in the team, we stated that we wanted to make a story or a project that had all of our original concepts in our fan films, but brought into its own thing. Like we wanted to have Lieutenant Amy General Cousins, Yuki, Steve Martin Jr. Like we wanted those guys to we wanted to take them and put them into our original story, you know. And obviously we changed some names, like Steve Martin Jr. We couldn't do. Yeah, Nico's here.
I
There we go. I'm just going over. I was just about to get over the.
don't care what we're going over.
Wow. You know, you're late to the meeting and you're already being bossy. I can't. No, that's unacceptable.
I control this.
Wow, look at you taking command over here. Jeez. Um, but no, I was just going over the story, Nico, the original plots that you have planned. So yeah, I told them like the brothers are involved. I haven't told them about any other characters in it yet, but I told them that it's our plan that we've wanted to have with like our fans, like in our fan stories where we've had the characters and stuff, all the original aspects of it brought into our own stuff without any fan made stuff. So yeah. But okay, so yeah. So that's pretty much it. Guzzler Reader, you can barely hear Nico. Is that? So you can barely hear Nico. Let me see. I don't know. Is your volume's good? I don't know. I mean, I can hear him, so I'm not really sure why that's an issue. I don't know. Nico. Maybe raise your volume a little bit.
Wait, what do you mean, Gojurex? What do you mean? Say wait until Nico joins. What do you mean? What were you? What did I miss here?
Oh no, what I was yeah, because there were some things I didn't want to say yet.
What did I miss here?
We spoiled everything. We spoiled everything, Nico. Everything's spoiled.
While we're waiting, this is bothering me very bad. I can't hear you.
He's unhinged right now.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I raised his volume, so hopefully we'll be able to hear him better. So, okay. All right, Nico, your volume should be raised, so I think they should be able to hear you now. Hopefully.
Okay.
We'll see. We'll find out. So yeah. So that's basically what this plot is. So I actually want to turn it over to Nico to now explain further what this main project is, because this was his idea that he's been wanting to do for a while now. So Nico, take it away. Explain.
I'm sorry, I had double audio going. So main project. You're speaking of the one, featuring all the brothers and all the other original aspects.
Yeah, the story. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So honestly, I don't really have much to say right now. So I mean, I don't have much to say right now at this point in time. I really don't. The really reason I don't want to really say much is there's a lot going on where, there's a lot of stuff I want to have looked over. It needs to be primed up, it is finished, but it isn't. It is a long way from being done, but the ideas are there. So we have a portion of this done. It's kind of in like this processing stage, or this priming stage where it
Editing
is.
stage.
Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah, so where it's going to be looked over. It's going to be peer reviewed rather, and we're gonna get. I'm gonna get people's different people's opinions on it. I've already had different people's opinions on it. And yeah, I've also laid out a roadmap. None of you will be able to see it, but
yeah, that's for us.
yeah, that's for everyone else in the dev chat. The developers. So some of you in the developers may have seen it. I'm not sure if Vinny, if you've seen the roadmap. I think I've showed it to you.
I think so.
Yeah.
Been a while.
So the ideas are there. I have a general idea of what I want for every segment of this roadmap to be. I kind of have it set in stone now to where I'm like, okay, here's what I want. Obviously everything's gonna be run by everyone. But I think we have something here. And I'm really excited to continue with it. Absolutely 100%. So yeah. That is
Really
what
cool.
we're at
It's
right
all
now.
awesome.
Well, Sean, you got some of the stuff.
Yeah.
You got some of the stuff. I sent you.
Yeah, I
some of the
got
stuff.
some of the early material, and I really liked it.
I think I sent you the final version too.
Well, okay, like of the. Well, okay, I didn't know that was the final one, but then yeah, I like the final
Well,
product.
it's not final. It's not final. I did. But like, it's not. But it was like a final draft rather.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I thought it was really good. I was really like captivated.
Okay, but
Mm-hmm.
I think you guys will be really excited for it. I think it'll really bring some things to light. I think it'll bring in a lot of different ideas for Kenshin Studios, especially, and it's not going to be like anything that we have made. We typically like to think out of the box. I think this is the first time. I think our ideas we're really kind of thinking. This is something really outside the box of what we're trying to do with all of our characters. So, yeah, I think I'm really excited. So,
Yeah. And so this is like the project series that we're going to be working on pretty much for the next, era of Kenshin Studios. Like this is the next thing that will be taking us for, who knows how many years until it all gets finished. Because again, Nico has this huge roadmap for this story, and it's amazing. Like it is really, really cool. And I'm very excited to like get, to finalize this first chapter, this first part of it that's laid out, and it's super cool. So in terms of release, we obviously don't know that yet. There's still, a lot of things that we got to go over, before we do it, but it's gonna be really cool. Like I'm very excited about it. So let's see. Akino Goji 2001. How do you stream on Discord? Oh, I mean, the setup I have really is just I have OBS on my screen here, and I just have it streaming the Discord page here. So that's what I do. That's if it's, I mean, just look at some tutorials on Google. You'll get it. It's very easy. Yeah. All right. So what's the new name for this project? Okay. So the Gorgier Fan 2020. So what is the new name for this project? So Nico, do you want to give it the name? Like, do you want to officially announce it or no?
Honestly, I don't think I given it a name. Honestly, this is how long it's been very like.
I mean,
You could give it a tentative name or something.
I mean, it was the something is what you first called it.
It wasn't really. Let me double check. Let me double check really quick because did I put it in dev or did I put it in somewhere else? I did not. Okay. Okay. I apologize. There's this has been very sporadic.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, we can, because I mean, I'm thinking I don't know if it was like the final name that you wanted to give it, but it could be like the project, like what I was
so
say.
It was pretty much just called.
name.
I think I just called it the Kenshin universe. It wasn't anything crazy.
Yeah.
There wasn't anything. And that's just the overall, kind of ideation of it.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I mean the Kenshin universe. That's pretty much, I would say
that's literally what it is.
Again, I mean, I think like naming also would have to be a little bit of. I mean, because I don't know if that will be final either. Because the problem is like the thing I've noticed too, especially is like Kenshin was sort of also like I love the name, but it's also kind of unfortunate because every time you either search us up, it also pops up.
It means doctor.
Doctor.
Oh, it means doctor. Oh, I remember that. You know what, Sean? You know what? I am going to throw a fit. I'm going to throw this chair across the room. I am going to smash my desk into a billion pieces.
The problem too is we get the anime Kenshin Hero Kenshin whatever. It's like
I've never heard of it.
It's some anime out there that it's like a Hironu Kenshin or something
Oh,
like that.
Rioni Kenshin.
Yeah.
Is that,
Yeah. So every time you type us in, sometimes we we have to like share that spot. So I don't know if calling it the Kenshin universe would be a good idea. I don't know. We might have to give it some other type of title, but Nico,
Any code name for a work in progress project is totally fine. Don't worry.
well, yeah. It's just when it comes to actual official, really, yeah, like the
Yeah.
final title of it, yeah.
I will say I am pretty comfortable with dropping the title.
Yeah, for the first one.
Of the first thing.
That's what I was thinking. I was wondering if you. Yeah.
I'm very comfortable with dropping the title of the first part.
Yeah.
Of this whole thing. And that will be coming right after I let my dog out because she is giving me a death stare. She is crying. She is ready.
She's
Almost home.
I can hear the dog too.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Let's see. Goji Rex 28. No, not Chaos Universe because we don't want it to be connected to the Chaos series. So that again, that's its own thing. Kuda Universe. Nah, maybe. I mean, that's because Kudajir is like one part of the story. It's not all about him, so that's the thing too. We'll come up with something. Don't worry, guys. It'll be good. For now, it'll just be codename Nico Universe. Yeah, it could be that too. Wrath of the Chaos. Wow, there we go. We'll just combine both stuff. Yeah, there you go. All right. So yeah, that's the first project. So that's the first thing that's on the slate for us going forward in a few years. And again, it's going to be a process. It's going to be something that will take time, to get going. So yeah, there's that. The other reason why is that it is a project that Nico and I can do pretty much on our own, and there doesn't require a budget since it's a lower like production type of project. I mean, I'll say right now, just so I can set expectations for everybody, it's not an animation, so it's more of a written format story. We're still trying to figure out the details on how exactly we want like the visuals to work with it, like how to figure that out. But it's not an animation project, so that's that one thing. So okay, let's see. So the second project, which is a more newer edition.
Give me like 5 minutes and I'll be able to talk more. Okay.
Yeah, no, you're good. Yeah. So the what, Nico?
I could, if we get enough yeses in the chat, I'll name drop the first part of the of the first thing where we were just discussing.
Oh, I think they'll want to hear it.
I need to see enough yeses. Like if I don't see enough, then I'm not.
Enough yeses, then.
Yeah, if I don't see enough yeses,
you got to put in the chat yes that you want to hear the title of this thing.
So Chris, you can continue that until.
No, you're good. You're good. Let's see. Eddie Man, what about future collabs with other people? I heard this guy Eddie wants to. Very subtle, Eddie Man, very subtle. Again, that is something that we are always open to do. It's just scheduling and trying to figure out what the project would be and timing and resources, restraints, things like that. It's I don't know. I mean, I've still been desperately wanting to work with Daikaiju Legends on something, but it's just timing and everything. It's just it's sometimes it just doesn't work out as fast as you want it to. So but we are open to stuff like that. Guzzle Reader, so it's kind of like Emergence of Monsters. Yeah, yes and no. Emergence of Monsters, it's more of an actual novel, sci-fi novel thing, like what that, like just written, all that stuff. This is something that we still want to try to do something visual with it, and we're also still trying to figure out whether, like, how we're going to distribute it. Like, is it going to be something that is like an actual commercial product, or is it going to be something that's just going to be free on YouTube? Like, we're still trying to figure out those logistics behind that. So it's a written story, yes, but still a little more to it than Emergence of Monsters, if that makes sense. So yeah. Okay, so we have 3 yeses so far. How many more do you need, Nico?
we have 12 watching now. I have dropped the 10. I need 2 more.
Damn, Nico, you're making them beg.
I know.
Yeah, I need 2 more. I need at least 2 more.
He needs 2 more yeses.
And it can't be.
Yeah.
It can't be from the same people. Cannot be from the same people. I apologize.
Yeah. Yes, Acno, maybe put on Wattpad. Yeah, I mean that's a different platform that would work good for it or work well for it, I think. Yeah. So, we got one from Neos Gamer. Yes, for
Okay.
Neos. Let's see, Eddie Man, just reach out to me at some point. I think we could work out something out. Would you like to discuss future plans? Yeah, I mean, again, Eddie Man, if it's something that you want to do, you're gonna have to come to us because we just have so many other things on our plate. So it's more of like where you have to give us the details so that we can figure out if it's workable or not. So Gabe Del Toro says yes and Bobby Reynolds says yes. Okay, that's 3 more yeses.
All right. So the title of this first part of this whole entire long roadmap is called, I'm not gonna do that, you can't see my face, The Rise. That is the title. That is what it's called.
The Rise.
And that's all you're getting. Just
That's all
called The Rise.
Yeah. So any other details you want to give about it or no? That's it.
I'll let them speculate. They can
Okay.
speculate a little bit.
Okay. So yeah, that's that, guys. So okay, so moving forward, the other project that we have a teaser for you guys. So I'm very excited. With this blurred image next to me, we are going to unveil that after we show you guys this fun little teaser clip. And yes, I said clip, so that should make you a little bit excited. But this is a project that actually was not expected from Nico and I. It was actually something that was brought up to us by our very own Sean. And it is, again, with the... Now, I want to remind you guys, Nico and I still have our business model, or the way that we work is that we still have the mindset that if we can't pay people, we're not doing it. That is still something that we are continuing to do even with the Kickstarter. So when it comes to bigger projects and when it requires animation or 3D model design or illustrations, things like that, it still is going to be tough to pull off if we don't have the correct budget for it. But as you know, as fate has it, that Sean has come to us with something very, very exciting. And I think it is something that you guys are going to be very, very excited about. So I don't know what else to say on my end before we show the teaser. But Sean, is there anything else that you want to talk about with it?
Yeah, the biggest part is I'm just now turning on my computer. Give me a second.
No, you're good. And I have the clip ready to go, Sean, by the way, so you don't have to like share your screen. Like I have it shown like ready
Oh,
to-
okay, cool.
Yeah, so it's all good on my end.
Well, my computer's booting up. I'll just say that what you're about to see is very short. Ran to my room, sorry.
No, you're good.
Very short, but it's just to get into the motion of doing things again. So I hope you like it.
Yeah.
1 second, I need some more.
Yeah, and I don't want to say anything else before we show the teaser. So the next thing we'll show the teaser. So Sean, just let me know when you're ready for that.
Yeah, 1 second.
Okay, good. All right. Yeah. So again, we need yeses. Give us yeses to see this teaser. More yeses. We have 9
Yes.
people. I want all 9 people to say yes.
Come on, yes.
I don't need a lot. I'm not like Nico.
Oh.
All
Alright,
some
so
shade.
while we're waiting for Sean, what flavor I had a blue one. Where'd the blue one go?
What flavor of? What you about to say?
I
Warheads?
had warheads, right?
Oh,
I
Sean
had
died.
warheads.
Oh, there he's back.
Nice.
Oh, Goji Rex says no. Okay.
Okay, then we're not gonna show it.
Yeah, then stream's
Fine.
over. Then stream's over. We're
Fine.
gonna shut down doors. Our doors are
Yeah.
gonna be shut down now. That's it.
Okay, I don't know about that.
Okay, getting some yeses. Gabe Del Toro, yes. Bob Reynolds, yes. Godzilla Reader, yes. All right.
I think that one.
Acno, shame on you, Goji Rex. Yeah, Goji Rex almost just shattered the whole infrastructure of Kenshin Studios. Like, oh my gosh. All right. All right, I think we're good. Sean?
Yeah, there
Ready?
you get to. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, guys, here we go. Let me bring this up. Make sure I have the right thing. Perfect. Okay, guys. And here, it's very short, just so you guys know, just like Sean said, but it's a glimpse into what will be going on. Okay, here we go. Yeah. So there it was, guys. There you go. All right. So I'm going to unblur this here. Boom. So, as it said, yes, a new actual fan film is coming back. We're doing another one, guys. It's happening. Kenshin Studios is back at it. Fourth fan film, Godzilla fan film. Good old, just straight up fun. Now, I'm going to let Sean take it again here, and he can explain a little bit more. And then from there, we can continue to talk about what that was.
With incriminating behind. So Chris, take it away.
You want me? Oh, okay. You want me to talk about it?
I mean, I don't know what I should say.
Okay. Well, okay. So here's what happened, guys. So, like, I think what was it, like a few months ago, Sean, is when you
End of February.
End of February. Okay. So as you guys know, Sean has been with the team for a long, like since like late 2015, 2016 with production of Wrath of the Hybrid. And then, he was with us all the way till Chaos. And then the third episode of Chaos, he had to leave. And then he sort of came back as like an advisor for a few other animators that we had on at the time. And then again, had to leave as well for like during I think it was like before the Kickstarter stuff really took off. So, that was like the history really quick there. But Sean, he basically has now gotten the like fire again to do some really good animation stuff for us like he did in the past. And so Sean came to us and he had this proposal for making a new fan film that wanted to go back to the way that things were with Wrath of the Hybrid, just that environment and having fun with something.
Exactly.
Where it wasn't like a business kind of project. It wasn't something that involved money. And that was one of the first things that, we brought up when we had the meeting. We said, okay, like, is this something that, because again, Nico and I have this is this business mindset that we have. Like we want to pay people to do the projects. And Sean said that he is willing to do this for free. And so that is big because that's like, wow, all right, then let's do this. And so we had like 2 meetings of, brainstorming ideas. Nico had an idea, which may be a future project later down the road.
I still want to do that.
Yeah, but we won't say it here yet because we don't want people to have expectations of that. But and then Sean had this fan film idea, and guys, it is a Godzilla story that I feel is something that has not been touched upon, only hinted at in a few of the Heisei films, but that is all I'll say. Like the plot, because we've been having some writing, mainly Nico and Sean have been having some writing sessions because I've been busy with the wedding, getting that ready to go. But the plot and the characters and the involvement of Godzilla and everything is so unique, I feel, and I am very excited. And to have Sean back, by the way, is amazing. Yes, so I will say Sean is back. Like he's in the team again, guys. Like
You can stop making the videos saying it's Sean back or something.
Yeah. So Sean is back, and literally what is so exciting about this is that it's like having the dream team back. to do
Yeah.
another fan film feature for you guys. And Vinny has said that he is definitely wanting to be involved with it as well. So Vinny's amazing music will be coming back too, so he's not done yet. So yeah, we got that all. And Brandon's not here, but Brandon is also still part of the team, and we're going to ask him if he is interested in joining this project. Because again, it's something where it's like, this is more of a free fan film, more of a fun passion project, so no one's going to be getting paid. But we'll see if Brandon wants to do that, and if he does, then he will be back in as our storyboard guy, and that's going to be super helpful for Sean, because storyboards make such a difference when it comes to animating a story like that. So
Wrath of the Hybrid was literally one line in the script where it'd say "insert fight here."
yeah,
and-
pretty much. Yeah, so now with Brandon, with what we've seen with what he did with Chaos and how it helped Ultimo, form those battles, it's gonna make this a lot better. So
and if I sounds like we haven't invited him yet, but I mean, this want to assure people like he is invited.
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Like,
yeah.
But even if he can't, again, it's like the core people are still gonna push through and try to make it. But yeah, I wanted to mention how this idea was brought about, because Nico, I remember, I had just had this want to do it in general.
Yeah.
But I remember Nico, he tweeted like something about like how, oh, I made this when I was 15, or I wrote this when I was 15.
Yeah.
And then I quoted it saying, well, I wouldn't give to make a new film with the skills and resources we have now. And it was kind of like a wink wink, nudge nudge, sometime in the future, nothing was set in stone.
Yeah.
Then I just straight up asked Nico, like, hey, just want to make another fan film. And then we waited until we were going to do the Godzilla 98 discussion video.
Yeah.
And the second that video stopped recording, he told Chris about it.
Yeah, and that was shocked to me too. I'm like, wait a minute. Are you talking about? I was like, wait, Sean, are you talking about coming back to the studio to do a fan film? Like, what? And then that's just how that how it happened there. So it was amazing. Yeah. So yeah, it's happening, guys. Now, in terms of timeline, we have no idea. Again, this is something that is, since it is on the side of, more of a for fun passion type of project, it's gonna be a while. Wrath of the Hybrid was 3 years, so this might even be more than that, because all of our individual lives, we have things going on, and since no one's getting paid for it, it kind of goes back to that, we can find time when we can, and blah blah blah. But again, I feel like since we've all grown and we've gotten better at what we do, I think it'll be a cleaner process than Wrath of the Hybrid for sure. So if we can get it in 3 years, that would be awesome. But again, it's going to be something that we're just going to be, here's what it is, and we'll go from there.
And just to mention, like, even with like our experience with just Kenshin Chaos, knowing that what we know now, and even us knowing like how much storyboarding really helps. Yeah. Hopefully we can get a process kind of primed down and really, set some priorities on, what we can get done, at this point in time, what would need to wait, and what you get the idea.
Yeah.
I feel like, and with all of our experience, especially with Wrath of the Hybrid, and obviously the 2 previous fan films as well, we have experience, everything there, and then Kenshin Chaos, and then everything else that we have worked on outside of that. I feel like this should probably be the process should probably be a lot smoother.
Yeah, for sure.
It should be the smoothest of all things, and we were all understanding that like life happens too. So
right. Yeah, again, like, I feel like if Wrath of the Hybrid was done in 3 years with how just crazy of a process that was, I feel like now where we're at.
Oh, if Wrath of the Hybrid we started now and we set a deadline for 3 years.
Yeah.
Oh my God, so much better.
Right.
I feel like a movie.
Exactly. Yeah. So we're very excited about that. Now, a few things. you know, if you guys have a little bit more questions about this, we can answer some now, but others we might not be able to answer right now. But for instance, Godzilla Reader. So there's two Godzillas. Well, it looks like it. I don't know. If you look at the poster, it's
Maybe.
so, in terms of this is also you know, another expectation to set for you guys. It's another straight up Godzilla fan film. It is not. There's no original like stuff in it this time. It is full blown authentic of just Godzilla fans making a Godzilla fan project. So that is what that is. So no Kudajira, no brothers, no other creation or whatever. It's gonna be just we're gonna do something with Godzilla that I think is very unique on its own. That will make it stand out. It is also going to be a standalone film. It's not going to be the start of a new series. It's not going to be this like the first of a trilogy or anything like that. It's going to be a standalone thing, and it is not connected to the previous trilogy. It's not connected to Return to Space Godzilla Wrath of the Hybrid. It's its own self-contained story. So those are a few of the expectations to set there. But yeah, so that's that.
I was trying to think about a lot of ways like we could talk about this without, because it is for fun, you know.
Right.
We don't want to set expectations. That's kind of the point. But you know, I just, if I had to give any indication of what you could hope for it to be, it would be maybe take like the last 20 minutes of Wrath of the Hybrid and just kind of and you know, like that's when the movie really, I think, becomes like a movie, you know. And just picture it that way, but it's like 50 hour and 30 minutes, however long it ends up being, you know.
Yeah.
Just
Yep. So let's see. Akino Goji, will the smaller Godzilla grow into the size of his father? Can't say anything yet. Goji Rex 28, do you have a villain for this movie? Yes, we do. That's all I can say. So let's see. Harbros, do you all need voice actors? So that, you know, again, the voice
Eventually.
acting, yeah, eventually. That is a later thing. Again, with experience from the past two films, definitely want to make sure that we can get a voice cast that can be in the same room together when we try to do recordings. Because that was some problems with the last films, is that sometimes we, you know, they couldn't voice act next to another person, so it was just kind of an awkward conversations or whatever, you know. But yeah, those videos, or not really videos, but those posts, you know, will come out eventually, you know, of like, hey, we need voice actors, hey, we need blah blah blah. So yeah, entertainment corner. Yeah. Big eyeballs. Yeah. So again, it is something that it's a different, it's just going back to the way that things were with Wrath of the Hybrid, just the environment, the way that we did things, where it's less of a business mindset and we're doing it for fun. We're not trying to stress ourselves out over it. It's going to be nothing like a, you know, the chaos process, because the chaos process was stressful as all hell.
Yeah.
And I don't want to go through it.
We thought we knew all the kinds of stress with Wrath of the Hybrid and chaos.
Yeah.
We
proved us
thought wrong.
Yeah, we did think wrong. Yeah, and again, you know, it is because of money being involved with chaos that made it a very stressful thing. I mean, money, it changes some aspects, and you know, I mean, I'm very grateful that we went through that experience, because it'll help all of us in terms of not only our own careers, but in just, you know, doing stuff in the future. But with Wrath of the Hybrid, I just remember it being, you know, it was laid back. It was like, yeah, we still had, you know, dates that we wanted to hit. We still had deadlines here and there, but really the beginning of it was so laid back. It really wasn't until the final stretch where we put in it for G-Fest, and that's when it was like,
yeah, it wasn't until we yeah, what Chris said.
Yeah.
So we're like, okay, we submitted our film for G-Fest, now we need to do it, and we're like, oh.
Yeah, exactly. So that was
A lot of
Meeting.
Yeah.
70% planning,
Yeah, there's an
30%
idea.
actually
Let's go to
animating.
G-Fest again with that.
Yeah, let's
That's
do
what we
that.
want to
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, you
Yeah.
do? Oh, yeah.
And yeah, that was the big reason too. Sean, you brought it up, is when we had our meetings, that, you know, you wanted this to be like you know, our next G-Fest thing, you know, because that was
Yeah.
like, we missed doing that, you know, having
It
that
made
kind of
all
stuff.
the effort worth it.
Oh yeah,
All-
for sure. Yeah. So again, it's something that we hope to get done in a timely manner. I mean, again, if we can get it in 3 years, that would be fantastic. I mean, I have faith in this team that knowing what we know now, we can probably get it in. It's possible for sure. It definitely is possible
think
to
it's
get it in 3 years.
I think it's possible, but you just know that the
So
same
many,
way we wanted to put extra effort into Wrath of the Hybrid, we're going to want to put extra effort into this.
yeah, and so many things can happen in between. So it's
Yeah.
you know, with life events and all that. So, but that is it. You know, that is basically the stuff. So, so those are the two big things for this, I would say, the next 10 years of our studio, you know, because we are at the 10-year anniversary, guys, and it's been crazy, the fact that we're at 10 years. I can't believe it. The fact that I've been working with Nico for 10 years is insane. So you know, it's nuts. And the other thing too is there is also a documentary that I am producing for the studio for 10 years. So similar to that older documentary that we made for the Chaos trilogy, or I mean, see, there we go. Now I'm saying it. The Kenshin series trilogy. It'll be similar to that, but it'll be mainly a documentary that goes over the last 10 years. So it'll roughly go over the trilogy again, but very briefly, and then it'll go into, you know, the chaos process and how that was a nut thing. So so that'll be something else too. In the meantime, I will say, just so you guys know, that there will be downtime again. You know, we are at that point again in the studio where a lot of things are just going to be cooking, and that's really it. Because we want to put a lot of effort into not only the original story for the Kenshin universe and then this fan film, we just want to make sure we devote a lot of time to that, because again, our own individual lives, we have many other things going on, and we want to make sure that when we are doing stuff for Kenshin Studios, that it is the right time and like effort that we're putting into those things. So again, I don't know about the podcast. I don't know when we'll be able to do another one. In terms of community meetings, again, they might not be happening as much because there won't be a lot to talk about, you know, because again, time that it takes to do this is time that could be devoted to actually like having a meeting and working on the scripts or working on whatever. So
This was supposed to be the time we would be writing for that fan film, but
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, Goji Rex 28. Let them cook. Exactly. That is basically the thing. So it's not that the studio is like going away or that we're whatever. It's just things are happening. But it's just, you know, we won't be able to tell you guys until something major for an update. So and again, we also wanted to make it in a way that we wanted to announce the projects today as the, you know, going forward for the future, but that's pretty much it. We don't want to do the same type of thing we did with the last projects where we like anytime there's something to show, we show it. We actually want to do it a lot more like subtle this time, like an actual studio, really, like where they take the first like 2-3 years, and then all of a sudden when they have like a little trailer, that's when they say, hey, this is happening, and then you start like rolling out the marketing campaign for it. So it's going to be very quiet on the channel. Again, you know, I'm sorry for that, but at the same time, it's for the best. Like, it just know that during this quiet period, this phase, that things are happening, and when things can get announced, when we can start showing things, they will happen. So, you know, hopefully you guys will stick with us. And, you know, because I know we've had great momentum with the Chaos series releasing every about 2 months or so. But that's just what it's going to have to be. So, and again, that's why budget stuff is not as much of a concern for these two projects. That's why these two big projects are not money centric, because we just wouldn't be able to do it, you know, because again, ad revenue is very slow for us. Again, every 1,000 views, it's $1. That's not, I mean, it's not a lot.
The big benefit with doing another fan film is we get to be creative, we get to put all our effort into something without having to worry, is this original enough?
Right.
You know, is
Yeah.
this copyright? Is that copyright?
Yep.
You know, it's just like, if you take the dive and just say, let's do something copyrighted all together and make it a fan film, you get to be creative that way, and just, you know, there's so many more resources you have available to you. It's just kind of how it is. So.
Yep. Yeah. So, it's going to be really good. And, yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. So yeah, the next big thing will pretty much be the documentary, which will be around August, because I think it was August 18th was was when World Apocalypse released in 2013. I think it was August. It was like
August.
the
It was
18th or
around late
19th.
August. I think it was 19th.
I mean, it's on the channel. We have the date recorded for it, so
no. I'm gonna be so. It's gonna be embarrassing if like one of our fans gets the exact date and we're both wrong. It's gonna be very embarrassing.
I'm pretty sure it's August 18th. Because I think I had to look at it prior when I was writing the script for the documentary. So
It was August 19th.
19th. Okay, 19th. All right, cool. Yeah. So yeah, so August 19th, expect that documentary to drop. I don't know what else we'll do for 10 years. I mean, we might do some sort of live stream, but at the same time, stuff may be still busy at that point. So I think the documentary will be it. And that's it. Oh, I guess, Nico, did you want to talk about something with the brothers that to maybe do a little thing on the side, or do you want to keep that all like maybe as a...
No.
Okay, we'll just let
Yeah,
that.
because the biggest thing about that is it's still up in the air.
Right, it is. Yeah. Okay.
It is still kind of up in the air until we were sold on doing something.
Yeah. Okay.
You know,
Okay.
because we did bring up the idea of something, but again, it's kind of back and forth. So
Right.
it
Okay.
is for a conversation.
Okay. Yeah.
It's a conversation started.
So pretty much anything during this quiet time, just stick to our social medias, and then when something pops up, that's when hey, cool, they're like something's coming. So that's that.
There will be moments where we can't resist sharing something.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, no, yeah.
We want to be quiet, we want to be subtle, but there will be moments, just so you know.
Yeah, if it's
Sure.
big, and yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that that pretty much does it, guys. So again, yeah, it's 10 years, we're almost to that point, and with 4 major projects under our belts, I would say, the fan trilogy with Chaos, I'd say, with all things considered, has been a pretty good amount of content for the first 10 years of stuff, and then obviously we have the podcast, and we have some of the Kenshin plays and things in between, but that stuff is in our content vault, so you guys can watch, those are still there, by the way. It's like you can still watch those old outdated pieces of content, but so yeah, but this next 10 years, yeah, we're not slowing down per se, but we are just trying to do things that the way I see it is that the first 10 years was to just get the name out there, to get us the awareness, and like, okay, we have the audience now. Okay, cool. The next 10 years, the goal is to hopefully what will come out
Make
of
something big.
yeah, hopefully with these next 2 projects, we'll be able to actually then do like maybe make this something a lot more as a studio, like big. So that's kind of the way that I'm looking at it. So yeah, that's it. That's pretty much it, guys. So I don't know, anything else that you guys want to say? Because again, it may be a while until we do this again. So
I'm gonna be retiring animation on this. It either propels us forward, or I can look back on this fan film and say this was a nice stopping point.
Right.
That's the only other thing I really have to say. It's not that big, but I just wanted to say it before I forgot.
Yeah.
Okay.
It'll be your magnum opus.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vinny?
Okay.
Anything?
Just expect great things in the coming of years.
Yeah.
It's going to be a fun ride. Just have a lot of fun. That's pretty much all you got to do. Just have fun.
Yeah.
It's going to be great. Love it.
I've had so much fun doing the writing sessions. I just want to say too, like they're usually like an hour long, but it's a healthy amount.
Yeah.
And we're Nico, you can say what you want, but I'm really proud of what we got so far. So.
Oh, it is really awesome. There is something, obviously we'll talk after this is done. But Chris, I think you'll be kind of excited about.
Oh, we didn't tell him about that thing.
Yeah, we didn't tell him about that thing. No, we didn't tell him about that thing. I
More
think
things.
it'll be really cool. But no, Sean, I guess where would you say we're at in terms of like diagramming and like
if we could visualize where we're at.
Yeah,
Hey,
like laying up like
Don't mean to-
I guess plotting.
Don't mean to interrupt, but Bobby Reynolds donated $20 in the super chat
Oh!
over here.
You just put $20 towards the new fan film. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Yeah. One day I would like to make a fan film or a fan story of my favorite YouTuber team up battle. It'll have the Godzilla YouTubers like you guys, Goji Fan 93 team, and a movie reviewer like Ram.
A battle royale of Godzilla YouTubers or something like
I'd
that.
like to see that. That'd be fun.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bobby Reynolds.
you.
Thank you
I
for the
appreciate
super
it.
chat. We appreciate
But
that.
but Nico, so if I could visualize it and maybe put it on the diagram, I'd say we're at like where's Chris? Where's your thing?
The plot diagram?
Yeah. I can't think of the terms off the top of my head. I'll just kind of put it on a 1 to 10 of finished versus unfinished. I'd say we're at like a 5 or 6 with the writing or something like that. With the big picture, we're
Yeah.
at 5 or 6. We have where you have everything like the big things like Act 1, Act 2, Act 3. We're just kind of filling the details now. But
Nice. Akino Goji with the $1 super chat.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
So thank you.
That
But
was right into the budget.
did I express that properly, Nico? I hope I did.
yeah. Honestly, I think we're a lot closer than what you actually think we are. Actually,
We have a
I
lot
think-
more of the third act finished than we do the second act.
Yeah. I think a lot of the second act is. I think it's gonna be interesting. Kind of working that. Trying to get everything to work the way we want it to.
Mhm.
I think the beginning is exactly how we want it.
I'm very proud of the beginning. I am having so much fun writing the second, and I can't wait to get to the end. That's all I know.
Yeah. No, keep on
The
going.
ending-
Keep on going.
The third act, is some of the ideas there. Oh my gosh. Oh, I don't know, Chris. I don't know if you've seen some of those ideas. Oh,
Chris hasn't read anything.
Yeah,
Sorry to
I
break
haven't
his
done it
news.
yet, but yeah.
oh
Yeah.
man. And then the second act, I think is that's gonna be good. That's gonna be a lot of forming stuff.
That is the cool thing
Ooh.
about this, guys, is that this is actually the first time that Sean is also now in the writing room with us with this fan film. So like Return to Space Godzilla, like World Apocalypse, Return to Space Godzilla was all Nico, and then Wrath of the Hybrid, I came into the writing session, and now we're getting Sean to come in too. So it's yeah, we got it's really good, guys. It's gonna be good. So, and then yeah, right now I'm sort of because of the wedding that I'm having soon, and then just other things that are coming up. I haven't been able to participate in the writing sessions yet, but I have the general idea of what we're doing, obviously. But then in the next few months, I'll be able to once things start to calm down on my end, I'll be able to then jump back into the writing sessions and start that too. So I'm very excited about it. But yeah, yeah. Any other last things, Nico, that you wanted to talk about?
I'm just really excited. I'm really excited. Just kind of really thinking about everything that we did with Wrath of the Hybrid, and I think that's going to, if we execute this right, and I think all those feelings that we felt when we released Wrath of the Hybrid is going to, they're going to come back and even be magnified.
Yeah, I really, it's hard. We've spent like an hour trying to say we can't talk about a lot, but what we can say is how much we are looking forward to it. I mean, It's been so long since I've had something to look forward to in terms of I mean, I've done some animations for myself and stuff like that, but like if there's one thing I want to put effort into fully realizing it's this, so.
Oh, and it looks like another super chat from Bobby Reynolds.
Guys.
$5. You guys are nuts. Rambo for life. or Rambora for Life team would have the 80s and 90s style type of fight, and you guys would have the kaiju style of fighting. Okay, well, that I want to see that. I want to see a
Yeah.
battle royale of all the YouTubers. Godzilla Reader, so are you going to make another video reaction for Chaos Kenshin Breakdown, or just a one-time thing? No, I think that we should still do that. I think that would be fun to still do
What's
a
that?
reaction. Oh, it's a series that Godzilla Reader is doing with Neos Gamer that they started a year ago or something like that, where they talk about the Chaos series.
Oh.
It's like a
Okay.
video essay style. They go into like
Oh,
depths
that's
about each. Yeah, it's really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, continue
so,
then.
yeah, we've been excited about it. So yeah, no, I think that's something that we can still do, just for fun, because I know that you guys, Godzilla Reader, and I know Neos Gamer, you guys like to have that feedback of how that is from the makers. So yeah, that's something that we could do still. Yeah, because it's special. I like it. So yeah, for me, I am so excited. I mean, just the fact to have Sean back in is just such an amazing gift, to be honest. And so the fact that we just get his animation, and it's just I love it. So and we are still Bobby Reynolds. Stop.
Oh my gosh.
Another super
my
chat.
gosh.
You're nuts. You're crazy. Okay, stop it. But we appreciate it.
We don't condone it, but we will allow it. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. But we are still in that phase though, guys, where it's that the battle was won, but the war is still going for this channel, for Kenshin Studios as a thing. So just like what Sean said, however these next projects go for us, however it gets received, and the aftermath of it, what the benefits, what the possibilities that it can do for us, it still hinges on a lot of that. It still hinges on the success of it and everything. So the future is still unsure about a lot of stuff, because again, I don't know where we're all going to be in 5 years, or what's going to happen in between everything. So I'm very hopeful though that things will work out. I feel like in this industry and in this world really now, that when it comes to being creative, it is one of the toughest things you could ever do. And even though we're so passionate about it, it's probably like something that sometimes you think about and you go, I think I'm in the wrong industry, because it's so cutthroat and hard to get out there, to get noticed, to make it a success.
I thought that when we finished Wrath of the Hybrid, and then I was like, okay, I thought that was going to be my magnum opus.
Yeah.
And then,
So
then we got there, and it's like we realized it's not the best thing. But we had so much pride in finishing it, because we put so much work into it, that we realized, even just trying our best, there was rewards to be seen. And these next few projects, we know that that's there, so that's why we're going to continue working on it as fans.
Yep.
But we, like Chris said, we do hope that it will push us even beyond that.
It can propel us to, I mean, to be honest, guys, I hope it can propel us to actually being an established studio where we can have this be our job, like where we can be one of those people that can have like Rooster Teeth or whatever. Like that's just the first company that comes off the top of my mind. But
like a independent animated series on YouTube, take your pick, something like that.
Yeah, a media company that we can continue to do what we do. Like eventually move into making a game, making whatever. Like it's something that I'm dying for. I want that to be a thing, and it's very tough in this world. So it's we're gonna do our best, and we'll see what happens. Sean. Yeah, so that's pretty much it, guys. Also, I think there was a question from Acno that I missed earlier. It said okay, is it okay to increase the Patreon tier for the budget? Okay, so this is another thing. So again, the money that you guys give us, like these super chats and all that stuff, it does go into a budget. It helps support the studio in that way. None of us pocket it. It just goes straight to our budget account that we have. And that budget account is for, hey, we need for this for this fan film, for instance, maybe we'll need to go to Danielle Faye and be like, hey, can you make a poster for us like you did with Wrath of the Hybrid? And then we'll be able to pay her a commission for that. It's for little things that can help us on the side. And then if we can continue to grow it, then it can also allow for maybe another fun little super surprise maybe that we want to do or something, But again, though, we still are de-emphasizing the Patreon and that stuff because
it doesn't hinge on that.
It
just helps.
Again, we're gonna go into this silent phase a bit, and there's not gonna be a lot of content, and I don't want you guys to get ripped off. I don't want you to put money towards something that you're not getting back. The point of Patreon, the reason why people give money to content creators is because they are consistent with what they give back.
Yeah.
And I have never been one to just let something sit and be like, oh yeah, just like we'll just take all their money and do nothing with it. So if you guys, if it's been this long period of time and you feel like, okay, I don't really want to support them anymore with that, that's totally understandable. Yeah. I'd probably do the same thing, so it's we don't Sean, what is it that you said? We don't recommend it, but we can't stop it.
We don't condone it, but we will allow it.
Right, exactly. Like we won't say
no. We can't tell you what to do with your money. We can tell you
like give you an expectation saying like,
okay,
all we
like, can do,
like
you all give we can us, do is tell you the reality of the situation.
Right, like you give us this, the Patreon money, that's awesome, but don't expect something back. And if that makes sense. So again, we just want to be transparent with you guys because that's a pillar that we try to strive for all the time. So okay, I'm gonna give the last question to Goji Rex here. Goji Rex 28. Gabra's Bad Day is extinct. In terms of that animation series, pretty much, yeah. That's the stuff that we had on that project list. That like whatever that was, that old 10-year plan that we had back in the day. All that stuff is pretty much nixed right now, for the time being. So, yeah, but. Yeah, guys, so that'll be it. So again, you won't be hearing from us for a bit, I mean, we're just gonna get to work and we're gonna start the next 10 years. So August 19th, expect the 10-year celebration documentary. And then just in between, just, stay tuned on social media platforms for updates and things like that. You can still talk with us on Discord, of course. We're still here. It's not like we're going to ignore everybody. Like we're here. It's just that in terms of content on the channel, it's going to be sort of a, quiet point for a bit. So, but again, just know
we're not dead.
Just know we're in the kitchen cooking. Okay. And really fun things are going to be hopefully happening with that. So, and also, again, like everything with productions, there may be some surprises along the way that we don't even know will happen yet. So who knows? The sky's the limit with the possibilities and all that stuff. So we just want to thank you guys so much for 10 years of your support and, we just keep supporting us by sticking with us and just stay tuned to all the updates. And that will be it. So yeah, that's all I got.
Thank you, guys.
I think we're good. All right, guys. So that's it. New fan film on the way. It'll be exciting. All right, that is it for that is it for us, and we will talk to you all later. We'll see you on Discord and all the community social media stuff. Okay. All right. Bye bye.